Hey guys, there's so much new stuff in the game with patch 4.0 part 1 out, and you know, a lot going on. We have the U demons, we have all the new farm stuff, a new MP, and all this great stuff. Well, some of it's kind of silly, but you know, a lot of good things as well. And one of the more interesting things, I think, and definitely a positive thing for most players, because the gold cost for self equipment enchanting was absurd. And you know, we went through a lot of videos where I was saving up hundreds of millions of gold each event just to be able to enchant up this full set of legendary gear. And so that took, I think this set took about 2 billion gold on its own, if not a little bit more. And then I have some other sets, just a blue set that's fully enchanted, that you know, has some gold that was put into it, as well as an epic set that's not quite fully enchanted. And so here, what's new is that I don't have these items out right now. But if I went to enchant this, it doesn't have any gold cost listing, and that's only because you only need these magical moonlights and glints of magic now. Great stuff. But then, I'm the person that spent billions of gold trying to get those in the first place. So last night, ta-da, they give a gold compensation. For those of you that aren't as familiar, this is a sack of gold. Each one is worth 100,000 gold. That means that one stack of 999 of them is one sack short of 100 million gold each. And so total here, I have over 3 billion gold. And so it's just an enormous amount of gold. It was just, my eyes lit up the moment I saw this. You know, they had to give me like, I think it had to go into a 6th page of you know, mail items in order to send this to me. And so it's really, really nice getting all this gold. I heard that there was going to be a gold compensation for this. I could have sworn I was going to get shafted and that there was no way they were going to give me all the gold that I spent. But I sincerely think this is very, very close, if not, you know, as much as I spent on those pieces of gear to enchant. With that, I was thinking, okay, what on earth am I going to do with all this gold? I'm definitely going to save some of it, because the hoarder in me loves having, like, you know, a few 100 million gold on me at all times to be able to, you know, something comes up, an event happens or whatever, and for some reason I need a lot of gold. I want that. But that said, I still have a ton of gold that I should probably just use instead of, you know, making the pack rat and me just put it into my mail, all of it. So I thought I would go ahead and do some stuff with Astrals. The other thing is that, you know, I have 176 million gold at the moment, and this number isn't in red, so I was actually really confused. I thought, oh, maybe I only have, you know, some lower number. I thought I was very short on gold because this wasn't in red. I'm not used to that. But I think I'm going to do Astrals now, and we have this nice new auto capture set up here, and so, I mean, I have enough gold that I can do a lot here. I can definitely get all my red Astrals to level 10 that aren't to level 10, and I can also work on some of these astral effects. I can put a lot of gold there, and just to be clear, you know, I use mostly orange Astrals. When I switch over to a Will Destroyer build, I'll put in a physical defense instead of what was I thinking? Instead of this Holy Vigor, yeah, instead of having a crit Astral. But in general, I really like having a lot of percentage Astrals. I find that build kind of fun for Wartune, but it's not for everybody, and I think, you know, having a physical defense in there instead of maybe regeneration totally makes sense. Or in my case, you know, if you feel like your crit's a little short, maybe you can switch out regeneration for Sniper's Edge. I would still, even if I get rid of regeneration as in not use it, I would probably still keep this Astral because it's nice for certain PvE things to be able to recover some HP. But in PvP, I think regeneration got nerfed a bit. You know, for a very short period of time, it was really, really good, and it procced very often. And then Wartune was like, oh, whoops, made it too OP, and so yeah, now they nerfed it. It's not so great. They also nerfed Illusion a really long time ago, because believe me, there's not like a 25% chance that I'm going to dodge anything, but I still like to build up that Astral. So that said, let me get some gold out of my enormous amount of gold. I think each one of these of these red astrals is going to take around 300 million. So maybe I'll just take up. Okay, so now we're finally in the red. So maybe I just take up a road. I mean, at this point, it doesn't really matter what I do. I'm gonna have a ton of gold anyway. Yeah. Okay. And so first things first is I'm gonna do this Holy Vigor Astral. This is a crit plus penetration stat. I think my crit is, you know, right now it's around 25,000. I think, yeah, it could be a little higher. It could be I don't want it to be that much lower. I had it at like 22-ish for a little while, and I was like, okay, that's too low. I don't really like a super high crit stat, but it was too low. So I think there's no harm in building this up and grabbing a little bit of extra block. It's really not much. It's 288 block, and then whatever you get from Holy Vigor, it's you know, not much. I think like 216 at each of these, something like that. And so yeah, it's not a huge deal. It actually might be a better idea for me to just build up these astral effects, but I think for the sake of just getting it over with and getting them to 10, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So basically how this auto capture works is you can hit the settings. I think you need to be a certain level of VIP. Let me see if it says in... No, okay, it doesn't say. Well, I know you have to be VIP 6 or 7, I think, to do this, and it's a really, really nice convenience. I'm really glad that they did it. So we'll just set an amount. I'm going to do as much as possible. So I'm going to go with 10 million. And auto sell, I just want to sell the common ones, the white astrals. And then auto synthesis, are there any astrals that I would want to keep? You know, maybe just for the sake of just checking, just in case. I'll only synthesize purple and lower astrals, and then it'll keep the orange and red ones for me. So confirm. And what I did is, so I was thinking about doing this Holy Vigor first, and so I'm going to need something like 700,000 gold, which is, what, like 400 million gold? Something like that. And so I tested out a few of these before, so each one of these is from a auto capture with 10 million gold, and so this one is, you know, close to 22k. This one is also worth about close to 22k. So that's about how much you get from one of these well, any capture really. So each one of these is built up. See, this is a level 6 purple. Yeah. So pretty nice. There's a Will Destroyer. I don't know, maybe I'll keep one of those. Lock it. Because I have a level 10 Will Destroyer here. Why is that not locked? Oh, it is locked. Oops. Alright, we're fine. And, yeah, but I don't think I need a pristine brilliance. Sacred Pisces, don't need that. But yeah, just, I mean, so fast. Few seconds and you're pretty much done. Alright, so I'm just going to combine these guys. Collect, and put this into Holy Vigor. So yeah, so just like that, 200,000 Astral EXP. Before that would take, you know, an enormous amount of time. I think I'm going to up the settings a little bit and just, I don't think there are a ton of Astrals here that I would keep. So let's just go ahead and go for it. Oh, there's an energy. And this is, you know, if you go through these 10 million ones enough, you really start spamming chat with all sorts of fancy astrals. Keep one of these brilliances in case there's a BR event. And otherwise, I have a charm. Yeah, good to go. Oops, not sell. Oh, look at that. That's a lot of astrals to agree to. So collect. Oh, I guess we can. are these all, they're all locked. So, perfect. Oh, so I made a level 8 Brilliance quite nicely there. And we're getting close, so another 137,000 or 135,000 EXP. Okay, so a level 4, okay, so we said it was 20,000 each-ish, so I really only need, well, just in case, let's just take 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Synthesize those and see where we're at. Because once it's level 10, you don't need any more EXP in there, so anything after, anything above what you need is excessive. And so actually this might be close to perfect. Let's see. Awesome, so just a little bit more. Yeah, so I'm actually just gonna do one quick capture. By 530. Okay, so 2 more of those. Around there. Awesome. Okay, so that's 1 red astral. And then I'm going to do the same for this Holy Enshieldment, even though I have a lot more in there already. And I'll call it a day. Oops, I was clicking so fast that things didn't catch up with me. Okay, so level 10 block also. And I'm wondering, maybe should I just go for the Fortitude? I have the Will Destroyer already. Eh, why not? You know, just go for the Gusto, I guess. Oh, I'm finally out of gold. We'll go grab some more. We do another 300 million. Well, actually, I'm going to do some astral effects after this. So I'll do another row. Okay, perfect. I just actually that's like the most perfect one that I did as far as not putting too much into the astral. And so yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 level 10 red astrals, and then including the Will Destroyer, 5 level 10 oranges. I keep deflection and regen lower than that just because it doesn't need to be. They don't need to be level 10. You know, I don't need to deflect people who are dealing very, very low damage for, you know, a ton of stuff. I'm going to be able to beat them anyway. Anybody who's going to be hitting me at a level that is going to be able to beat me, it's going to hit the cap, which is 50,000 damage, and then for this one it's you know, 50,000 HP. So really I just don't feel like it needs to. I think level 7 is very, very sufficient for these astrals, and level 8 is more just like a little bit excessive and a cushion. So what I want to do next is work on my astral effects. I have 3 of these at 5%, but I'm going to build up the one for this slot as much as possible. You know, just go by slot. It doesn't, you know, the effect is already here, so even if I move these astrals, it doesn't go by, you know, the effect on the astral. It just goes by which slot they're in. So you have to be a little bit specific about where you put these now. And so I have 3 at 5%, 1 at 4%, and then the rest are at 2%. You know, putting these bonuses on a red astral is really minimal because 1% on, you know, whatever you're getting from these things is barely any stats. So really, the better place to put the big amounts of astral effects are into your orange astrals or percentage astrals. And then I don't care so much about deflection and regeneration, just because again, these are fine. I think it's, you know, don't need to add to them. So yeah, I'm going to build up this one here quite a bit, so that for PvP I probably will put Goddess Blessing here, and then for PvE I'll switch and put Determination there, so that I'm dealing more damage. So for things like World Boss, I definitely want my Determination to get the most astral effects, but for PvP I would rather be reducing damage in a lot of cases. So we'll see. No matter what, I just want to build up 2 of these to 10%, or if I can, unless it's totally unreasonable, and then start building up my one for wherever I'm going to put Illusion. So that said, I have 660 million, so that's plenty for this. This won't actually cost 432 million, that you do get some blessings, quite a few of them, so it's not too bad. But let's see where we can get with this. Alright, getting close. There we go. So 6%, and the next one is 686. So I probably at least need, 450 million or something like that. So I'll go grab some more gold. Alright, so there's level 7. So looking pretty good. So now this is a lot. If I had no help from some of the little boosts that you get, so instead of just 1, it'll go up by 5, then this would be, on its own, 1 billion gold. So that is a lot. And I think I'll stop after this one. I think level 8 is a lot. And I'm only going to get more gold now that I don't have to, I don't feel like I'm saving it for the Sylph equipment. Really, the bigger cost is Holy Forge, and I'm having so much difficulty getting hammers these days that it doesn't really matter. Alright, and there we are. Level 8. The next one is 1,458, so it's really quite a bit. I probably need 1.1-ish or so billion gold for that, and I don't think I have, well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 600 million, well, 675 million. Yeah, so not quite enough, and I don't think I would use up that much anyway. So I'll leave these and use them for whatever. You can always use gold for something. Definitely 25 million a day to get these U-Demon skill books to max out those. I'll definitely show some of the U-Demon stuff. I got an archer so far. But I think I want to go with a knight. I don't know. I was kind of being just whatever when I was first making it, and maybe I rushed ahead a little bit. So I'm not totally sure. I've only used skill books so far. I haven't really built one up, so there's not a ton there. But definitely more videos with the new content from the newest patch, and it's pretty exciting. Take care, you guys, and have a very good day.